something else or just for a quick? Sure. Cool. It's on.
Okay, you do it to me since I don't know what you guys are doing.
Oh, you just want Mitch
like body lock passing?
Okay.
Oh yeah, here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So the detail is on the grip too is like the arm goes all the way across. So this arm is coming all the way across. So it's almost like trying to, if you didn't have a gi, you'd probably hold my torso, yeah?
Yeah.
Like your love handles kind of.
Exactly, yeah. Thanks, man.
And so like right now, I'm kind of chilling just to be nice. Right? But I would, in reality, it's supposed to be a little bit more like that, where this right knee is just holding his leg in, and I'm really kind of driving forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pushing off the ground into me too.
Yeah.
So
what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sprawl this leg to clear that hook, and I'm going to start to walk him over this way. Right? I'll trap my hand. And I'm going to bring this leg over his leg.
after you walk it and it gets low enough, you kind of step over it.
Yeah, it's a feeling I kind of figured out. He might reach up to block my knee.
Right.
I'm going to take advantage of that underhook and then switch into this half guard right here. Keeping everything down. Okay, and I would love to get double unders, and I'm going to try to get to 3/4 knot. Once my knee is here, right, I'm going to drag it across. And at this point, he can't really hold it. And if he is holding it, I just bring the other foot in.
You should go over time.
However, you can, he's so massive. So, I'm driving forward a little bit. Right? I'm going to clear that hook. And I just hang out here. I could just, like, really force it, but I kind of want to bait him and stick his hand up.
I'm also carrying a lot of that shoulder pressure.
Yeah. See, I'm off my knee on the right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all on my shoulder and on my head. He puts that out there, I'm going to scoop it. You go underhook, sit. You see how I got this leg tucked like under?
Yeah.
And then you kind of walk your toes up. Because he's going to be pinching. If he's not pinching, you just back step out.
Okay.
Right? But I want now, so I walk my toes up. I got this other one, and I'm going to drive it across.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta try.
You first? Okay. Oh, what am I starting off?
It was a match
Oh,
study.
okay.
It's the guy. It's one of these guys on YouTube who breaks down different players in the game. And I forget the guy who was breaking down 70 something.
Now it's where I start walking out.
He was doing over on there.
Yeah, always. All he does is you're gonna sit in and there's some guard. He's like,
Not for an archer.
no, on the shoulder. Another big guy over there, and they're standing right, and the guy will, put one hand in, right. When he goes and puts his foot on the hip, he kind of comes in and scoops right away.
This is where I start climbing, right?
Clear it, and then he's playing, double unders, and he's playing it. He's like this, right? And then, and he wants the call, yeah.
Six.
And then
When did you get that?
if you have to,
Nice. Yeah.
to go for the over
Yes, sir. Happy for you.
right? Because if that doesn't work, you'll come in for it. And you just kind of change those three over and over and over, or back out. And like, so if you fail on any of those, you'll go all the way back, and then going back to the double clear. And I'm like, there you go. Okay, yeah. And then I cleared when I got it. I think I really need to get on
I had a sequence like that yesterday with Paul. Exactly that. I think we went from over under. No, I didn't have the.
How the competition
I was here.
No.
Trying to
Yeah.
drive, and he was doing a good job of controlling the
Really?
car. And I had this over my leg. So I couldn't really
Sorry.
get out of here. Right?
You know, everybody says you should
So
go
what I
get at
did
least
was-
once, and you did
Kind
that.
of walk back
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
In the hopes to get him back flat again, because now he's facing me.
Yeah.
So now he's flat.
Yeah, so now I kind of got him flat, and what I did was, I kind of put this, I kind of just used my forearm on this leg,
Okay.
and push it down like this and I can't get to it. So I pressed it down like this to get this hook back in.
Okay.
Now it's almost like, it's sort of like a banana split feeling to it.
Yeah.
If I grab something and I do, right?
Yeah.
So rather than just hang out over here, because I know it's a little iffy right now with a strong guy.
Yeah, I've tried this before with you, and I may not have had a good grip, and you take me.
Yeah, so it's a little iffy. So what I did was I came here and I put my knee back in and I went scooped under. Hold it close to me so that I could get this grip. And
What do you think is your best hit so far that you've really
So I
seen
went-
like your improvement
I
on?
went
What
from
do you have?
over
What's
under
happening
thinking
with
I could get to this
Yeah.
side.
to the side I had pinned against the floor. It gave me too much
Sure,
trouble. I went back in
little
the
slider.
middle.
Part of the slider, the double under. That's got some.
Mhm.
I don't know what's gonna work on you.
And then the double underpass, if the flexible guys will roll over, they can have the doors option.
15, maybe 15, which is actually down 5 from my normal. So whatever, right? I mean, 55 pounds could be like, you know, it's a really big shit. That could be 5 pounds. So who knows? Yeah. What I've been really trying to, my thing, what I've been trying to get really good at is controlling. I'll do whatever I want. It doesn't have to be fast. As long as I got you control,
Yeah,
it
see,
doesn't matter.
and I'd rather try and pass
You do the opening,
yeah, super
I need
far.
you to lift your shoulder or
big
something.
goal
You know what I mean?
under, just
That-
so that
Pretty
solid.
much, you can go this way.
Because
Yeah,
the
trying that,
headquarters
but-
position is just
Control. There's that guy I don't know if you heard me ask him, like a Randy. He's that 165-pound black belt. That's his thing is control.
Give up first
Like,
and
like
second.
you paralyze you. It's control.
Put yourself in
Yeah.
third. Now you can't necessarily back off. Sometimes
I
you
want- I
can't
wanna
back
get
out,
that.
and that's the last thing you leverage. You do
Yeah.
try what you
So
did
I'm trying
here,
to do.
maybe here, maybe that.
Sometimes, you know,
But
sometimes I still
sometimes
get
you
into
wanna
like
step back.
the,
So like boom, boom,
kind of,
boom, until you
you know,
Actually,
60-year-old
that's what I
white
end up
belt
doing a
mold
lot
or
is
just
to get my
whatever,
partners
but
that
then.
evil ass, so I'm trying to back out of that, go slower.
Yeah,
Find
yeah.
this angle.
And what about your strength? You're using a lot of strength.
That middle zone of like
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
in someone's delegate or
A lot, it's just headquarters.
I'd rather not be there. I'd rather try and hug super close and pressure pass.
Cole
That'd be
Holland.
my
Yeah.
preference.
Yeah. He was telling me about her.
That's just my
Yeah, yeah,
preference, yeah. But
Okay.
it does make a lot more
But
sense
she's going
to be in a range that you can still back out and reset. No matter what happens.
Really?
I think oftentimes
Yeah,
what
I see.
happens is when I was trying to work on it
Very-
for so long, and then
Yeah.
We'll talk to you.
smart.
But
And
it's
so I could force, like,
Yeah.
you would put up the knee shield, and you would work to get that in, and then I'd sink down, which was okay, but like I would skip with it. And when I failed, I usually couldn't get out.
See, and that's where like
Hey,
being
what's up,
able
bro?
to. What's up, Isaiah?
All
right. Cut your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, big dog. Welcome to the club, player.
So yours is my choice. No, this is yours. But
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah, so
so we'll work this a little bit. So I was telling Ryan about, and I was gonna make this comment too, that when you and I would work or roll, I think you were solely focused on the over under. Originally, yeah, I don't really ever remember you going switching to the double under pass.
No, it was this to
And
be
it-
cut
yeah,
or that
right.
way, but like I wouldn't.
So you can pretty much get to this position almost at any point on your knees in a scramble, almost all the time, right? Even when you even if he had closed guard on me and I was able to crack it open and I set up like this, even from here I can almost get the over under set up, right? So, but you just gotta be mindful of when you do it, yeah. So if I'm gonna go this way because this knee's upright and I want to pressure him with my shin across this way when I'm here and I start to go, as long as I can keep in mind that these should be connected, this and this, right? So I shouldn't be trying to just like push this down if this is under here like this, because the sharp guys are just going to pull my sleeve in and try and go in. For sure, all day long, right? So these are kind of connected together. Up down here, because this knee is up, it makes sense for me to drive my knee across this way. And look for this type of pressure here. So if I can make my foot touch the ground, I almost try to windshield wiper it over. Boom, now I'm that over on the back. Stop. Right? The thing that's kind of tricky if you don't put if you can't get like a really good grip maybe and make good pressure, what can happen is sorry, this is the side. You guys can see what's going on as I come this way. So when I'm coming this way, it's always better if I can get a grip, but I like the cross grip so that I can hold him close to me and use my shoulder pressure this way, right? So when I'm here and I'm trying to pass this way, sometimes what can happen is my partner will throw his leg over my foot, and now it's going to be hard for me to come out this way, right? I need to get my foot out and come around and pass the guard that way. So that kind of creates a problem sometimes. But the other thing that can happen too, and amongst a lot of other things, is the really good guys, they'll just control this sleeve with your other hand, right, like Ronald does, and he'll hold this sleeve super tight and grab this pant leg, and now he's going to go tip me this way, right? Because yeah, he can use that pressure on my shoulder, this sleeve, and lift me up with this. So that creates a little bit of a problem, so you got to kind of be mindful of that too. But I really like this pass a lot because I can pick which way I want to go. If my partner's not giving me too much resistance, I'll just super pressure out, right? And I'm going to really put the shoulder pressure on him, and I can walk either way now. Go this way, hop over, make sure I get my arm out. Okay, the thing we're talking about is if this fails. And I had this come up yesterday with Paul, where he's such a good, strong player, and he had his leg over my foot, and he just was making it real uncomfortable and unstable for me to be in here. And he's on his side, fighting me coming this way, right? So he's sharp enough to know that even though this way is blocked, my option to go that way, he's already knowing that if I come this way, he's ready. Exactly, he's going to make pressure on my bicep. So these are things that come up. So we're just talking about this and how I got into the position and was able to get the pass. So from here, what I was trying to focus on is just trying to get his back flat on the floor. So I don't think I had that grip yet, but I had enough base that I could kind of walk back this way and put my head down on him, just to make him a little bit flatter so he doesn't have quite a good angle on me. Now my intention was to go to double unders. So I gotta get this one back inside, right? So what I did was I just windshield wipered my shin, so I held his leg down. I think I had my forearm on it for a second. But you can use the hand as well. It really doesn't matter. Now I just windshield wipered my shin in, and I know that I'm already starting my way back into his guard. Okay? So I'm in here. And this, if you can get your shin, sorry, this is a long one, but it's okay. This is good stuff for the path to get there. If you can get your shin,
My ankles. I just sit there getting raw. I'm all like reaching out.
if you can get your shin across his thigh, if you can get your shin across the thigh and then grab the collar, you can kind of get like almost like a banana split feeling on it, right?
That left leg, you're more so trapping. You're not pressuring his thigh, right?
On that.
Yeah, are you like toe knee kind of a thing just so he can't move, or are you kind of like digging in a bit?
You can do both. You can do either or. But in this, if I was gonna try and make him suffer, I'd probably put my shin bone on him
Yeah.
and then drive into him. But
Yeah.
I also am trying to make myself long too, so that I can kind of give him a little bit of that banana split, right? Make him suffer for a while.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna come back this way. So now when I come back in here, right here I went double unders, and he's probably gonna start shrimping away from me. So I clasp my hands together, and rather than keep chasing him, I bring him to me, right? And now it's easy for me to grab the collar, and then I just shoulder pressure until I pass, right? So if back to the double under. So if he's here and I got this nice grip, and for whatever reason, like he's really pushing his leg on my shoulder to give me a hard time, I'll just grab the back of the pants, lift him off the floor, and then I got the paper cutter, right here too. Or if he rolls all the way over, because Brian's super flexible, I just chase him around to the side, and then I got the darts set up. So it started from over under, and I really like this pass a lot. I use it. In fact, when we first started training together, we were going over this a lot. Yeah. So you can set it up whatever side you like. I always favor my passing this way, so I'll always try and think about trying to go here right away. And I'll pin this enough for me to get this over. And then I'm going to start to come this way, right? So if I can get this grip, then I'm going to start to work my way this way. Right?
What grip? Oh, this cross grip over
Yeah,
here.
if I can get it. Sometimes you can't. Right? Sometimes it's not going to be available.
Right.
But I'll just put my hands on the back or on the hip or hug the leg, and I'll put the pressure, right? You may have to tripod because this leg might be giving you trouble, right? You may have to tripod up, and you can actually put head and shoulder pressure here, and then kill this leg. You know, sometimes it's going to be like almost like a butterfly hook or whatever the case may be following you. So you got to use your hand to like twist the hip and pick it out. And you can sort of do that fast. I'm making it look easy, but it's really not going to be that easy when you use this.
That pass then, your right arm that is an under, but ends up being kind of like in between his legs.
It's, yes.
Right, after the pass, right?
Yeah, it's exactly. So remember to get that thing out of there
Okay.
before the head and arm try.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I'm here, right, and the guy's really recognizing that I'm coming this way, I'll try and windshield wiper my shin back in, and then I could even just stay here for a few seconds and really like try and be nasty if I wanted to be with my shin bone driving into the meat of Brian's leg, and that would feel real nice for 30 seconds or longer, you know? And once I'm here, even if I can't get that grip just yet, I'm going to start to work my way back to the center and then find this other hand under. I'm sure the good guys are either going to be pushing my head or trying to shrink away. I got to clasp my hands together. Now, rather than following things, I'm going to pull them to me and sit them on top of my hips like this, as close as I can. I'm going to sit them here, and then whatever side you guys like, look for that collar right away so that you can start to apply that pressure. Start to come in. Shoulder, lead at the shoulder. And once you can kind of come around the corner, so if you lift your head up and put the, drop your torso, your hips on it. Does that kind of sound like what the direction you were trying
Yeah,
to
I just want to be able to chain, more than two things together. Like, be able to start chaining the threes. You got the D cut, you got that X pass, you got the double under,
Right.
and then you get the pull.
Yeah, so it's from starting from outside.
Yeah.
So this is only super close range. Right?
Yeah, we
We're
would
talking
start
about.
somewhere
Yeah.
else originally, but
Yeah.
since most of the time we're playing on our feet, and eventually we screw up if we're in close range.
Yeah.
Not getting so zeroed in on one or two particular moves, but when you fail on them, not being completely bailed, having a sense to be able to go back to the double unders, which is a pretty safe spot. You
Yeah.
can usually chase down
Yeah.
or at least hold on.
Exactly. And like in the gi, if you can't grab the lapels, maybe his belt is tight. If you grab the belt
With the double under.
and pull him towards you with the belts, or just grab the material on his jacket and pull him towards you, just enough for you to bring him close enough for you to clasp your hands together. That's a pretty strong grip. Once you can get your hands together around the waist, yeah, then yank them towards you. Try and sit them on top of your thighs, yeah. Bring them super close to you so their hips are off the floor. And then start to look for that collar and work your way, whichever side you guys like to go around. But oftentimes you'll find like that if they're really stubborn about the pass and they're giving you a hard time, if you've climbed their grip high enough and you can grab the jacket on the back close to the belt and hip line, even the pants if you like, even you can grab the pants and lift up the butt and go for the paper cutter from there. And if
It's
that
a tripod kind of a move.
Yep.
You're tripoding this.
yeah, and if that fails, I'm sure they're feeling it, right?
Yeah.
So don't forget about what your first intention was the pass. Yeah. So think about getting your head away from those legs, and then you have the pass. And if they are flexible and they can take getting smashed and they roll over the shoulder, the Darcy is there too. If you've crossed through. Yeah. So, something to try out. Go for it. What's up, Isaiah? How you
I think
doing,
I'll
man?
be chasing the back instead of going for the bars. Darts are hard for me.
Yeah,
Still,
if
they're
you-
tricky. I don't know.
You can force him to roll over too, in the same way that you lift up the tent to go for the paper cutter.
Mm.
You can just roll them right over, flip them over, until they turtle and then chase the back one.
I tried that darts. I'm still working on it.
You gotta roll your arms a couple ways along.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, go for it, guys. Try it out.
Somebody.
So you can start in the over under style with. Yep.
Oh, you want me to over under you?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So over under. You're already starting like this. I think that weird.
I like to get there if I can, because you can really try and split them, yeah?
Right.
Like if you can get that nice grip right there, and I'll put the weight on the shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you do it right. They want you to pass,
Yeah.
right?
It sucks, man. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. I've been getting a little, I don't know, like brave, I should say, with the over under pass. Like sneaking his hand out there too. Well, yeah, and then I just grab it. You know what I mean? But, trying to stay away from yeah.
Put your shoulder weight. Yeah, there you go.
So,
Or now do it and stop.
Yes.
so from here,
Now
your windshield, I got a windshield wiper on my right leg, right?
Which direction are you?
If I wanted to continue this way, I need just windshield wiper.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
This leg, this arm, you squeeze it from the other leg. You gotta make space for it now. Yes, right there. And then what'll happen is I start to move the keep it. Put your
Yeah,
face here.
your liver.
Yeah. Okay, and what you want to do is now drag my butt up on. Boom. Yeah. Now.
Well, they're scared now. They
Yeah.
come around.
So you can grab that.
There's a little button on the side you gotta press at the same
The
time.
blue one?
You can
Oh, the red one.
scroll
No,
backwards
it's-
so you're on your toes.
Where did I?
Press it.
There you go. Okay.
And then right there, I get the paper cutter, right?
Yeah. So
Drop that
So
over.
you want all that.
it's gonna be a little.
And then
It's easier when if you control the tent from stacking from inside.
there's kind of like the pressure. I'm just.
Oh, and I'm just right here the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't pass. I
So,
just.
so keep your weight almost sort of centered on him still.
That's. I want to be here.
Yeah, just for now.
Okay.
Then as you start to cut the corner with your legs,
Uh-huh.
this hand will grab his jacket, pants, whatever underneath.
Oh.
Further behind his waist. Yeah.
Down here, okay.
Yep.
And
Now
lift up.
lift him straight up in the air as you drop your elbow down. Yeah. But you need to go further around the corner. Now, yes. Okay. Slowly.
Now that I'm closer.
It's
This guy, he always wants me to like. Remember, I'm going next.
you go first. Then you see how hard you go.
Yeah.
So once you've got that collar, then kind of sprawl. You know.
Well, you got it. That's fine. You could probably come around from that, but back out just a little. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll try and
step back over that way.
I'll try and step above it
Right away. Let's go above the knee.
because if I go,
I think I was below the knee.
yeah,
Well, if you
I
have
go,
that,
I go below the knee with my windshield, he can get
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, you can just kind of, you can get it. You can, I don't think you need to let it go.
and it's more uncomfortable.
People are
for
going
him.
to try to do this.
You can feel it.
They're going to try to choke you.
From
Don't worry.
really not doing anything.
Right.
Because they're going to start to put the weight on.
Yes.
Just stick.
Have it in my hood.
Yeah. Can we just clarify something? That
If I could say
So
something,
we're
you might be able to drag your
We'll go this
shoulder a
way.
little more.
not my way. So we're here. And let's just say
Yeah, I got you.
I do have it right now. Okay. The key to back out is one person smooth with the pressure.
Yep.
Otherwise, I could just kind of
You
hang
can just,
here,
yeah.
and then I could actually continue to pass it.
Yep. You can go that way.
But if I can't because I don't have the weight, so what you would be doing is trying to slide your leg to my elbow. Yes. So this is when now once I can do a little weary.
Yeah.
And then second part would be. I mean, shoot, wouldn't my go knee cut, which is fun.
Yep, you can already.
Yeah.
If you got that.
Well,
I mean, I can do a long step
You
pass.
could go, I was just gonna say,
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
they say not to use strength and stuff like that. Try like technique.
Like, I think
and-
that's
and
kind of one of the
when you have
beauties of
your
having
strength,
that
that's
staple.
over.
Yeah.
You're strong. You can hold that.
The only, like, for me, and
Especially when you get a pilot that up on your
try
neck.
to approach it, I feel vulnerable when I switch over to the knee.
Yeah.
I just how the way I am. Honestly, like,
I felt like the long step version because this knee's already rigid.
Right.
If it's stapling,
Yeah.
then all I have to do is kind of really just drop it. It's like
You're just twisting your hips so that your other foot can come free for your
I'm gonna
depth.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, so it's really I'm just from here. I'm gonna pressure, and it's like
Yeah,
right to there.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
What do you
way
think,
more
Will?
comfortable.
As
than-
for me, for like the knee cut,
So good,
now I'm
you know.
taking
Yeah.
one knee up and the second knee up to come across.
Now you're
That's
down
what
there
you
together.
expected.
Yeah.
Because you
I'm sure
you
it's
have to
either.
move this one up so you can then move this one up.
Yeah, because if you take the
Yeah,
staple
oh, yeah.
off first, he's going to recover a different type of
So for
arm.
just a second, they're together until you can get this close, right?
So I feel vulnerable there.
Yeah.
You know,
I do too, 100%. Let me try one more because the other option would have been fixed pass.
okay, go for it, yeah.
So then, and when would I would, what would be my indicator necessarily?
Sorry.
I mean, I think if at a certain point in there, yeah. Like if Isaiah's maybe like trying to push your head away or use his hands to make the distance,
Yeah.
that would probably be.
Yeah, then it's
Yes.
then I'm backing out
Yeah.
because I can't
Right.
make it.
And if he's, and you know, some guys are so strong that you're forced to come back up in base on your feet because you're like, man, I'm gonna fall over if I stay on my knees.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect time to get it. Watch the video.
I'll watch them all and
Yeah.
it's gotta wrap.
Because like that time I roll with Momo, that's how I felt so vulnerable to overrun. Even though I normally feel strong, his hips and power is so good that I was like, man, I gotta back out of this. If not, he's gonna just tip me over too easy. He's got all he needs. He's got the pressure on the bicep, not necessarily the shoulder, so he's found the lever further down my arm and he's lifting my cat leg up, right? I gotta get out of this and try and go back to double unders. And then we kind of stopped there for some reason and then continued on. But I think if you're feeling vulnerable, that's the time to be like, man, I can't keep forcing this. Because now, it's like, I'll use the example of like, if I'm in someone's close guard and I crack their legs open first, well now my partner that waited to uncross his legs, he's behind, right? So if I can move first and get back to a guard passing a different scenario, he's got to guess what I'm going to do now. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So if you wait, you're set behind to
I
break
feel-
your guard.
I feel like that.
Yeah, I
If-
don't want you to break my
Yeah,
guard.
if-
because I'm
I'll
just-
break my own guard.
Yeah,
right?
if it feels like, yeah, even if it's instant